begins with the narrator being lost in the dark woods where he is attacked by three beasts which he could not escape. He was rescued by a Roman poet, Virgil, who was sent by Beatrice. This is midway on his journey when he realizes that he has taken the wrong path and now has to experience of having to go through the 9 circles of hell. And together, Dante and Virgil begin their journey into the 9 increasingly horrible circles of hell in which sinners are tormented forever. Here in Dante's hell, everyone is thought of to have a place, and it was only Christ's intervention that saved anyone from it. Even good people went to hell because everyone sins, and the sins are still sins depending on the sin committed and forced the circle that they were put into. The physical structure of Dante's Inferno is divided into 3 categories: ante-hell, upper hell, and lower hell. The ante-hell is the place where souls are damned for their death. From here, Charon brings them into hell through the river of Antron. And some souls, the neutrals, remain here because they are neither good enough for heaven, neither evil enough for hell. These souls are thought of as a product of Dante's imagination. The upper hell is made up of the first 5 circles, and the lower hell is made up of the last 4 circles. The first circle is limbo. This circle is resided by virtuous non-Christians and unbaptized patrons who are punished with eternity and inferior from heaven. They live in a castle with 7 gates symbolizing the 7 virtues. Here he encounters ancient philosophers and prominent people such as classical antiquity, Homer, Socrates, Aristotle, Cicero, Hippocrates, and Julius Caesar. Second circle is lust. They find people who are overcome by lust. For example, he talks to Francesca de Rimini, who tells him she became involved in an adulterous affair with Paleo, who was her brother-in-law. Her punishment is being blown violently back and forth by strong winds, preventing them to find peace and rest. This symbolizes restlessness of a person who is led by desire for fleshly pleasures, and Minos is the guardian of the circle. Here he encounters mythological and historical people like Cleopatra, Tristan, Helen of Troy, and others who are adulterous in their lifetimes. The third circle is gluttony. Sinners are punished by being forced to lie in a vile slush that is produced by never-ending icy rain. Vile slush represents personal degradation of one who indulges in food, drinks, and other worldly pleasures, while inability to see others lying near represents gluttony, selfishness, and coldness. And a 3-headed cypress guards the circle. The fourth circle is greed, divided into 2 groups: those who hoarded possessions and those who lavishly spent in jousting. They use great weights as a weapon, pushing it with their chest, symbolizing their selfish drive for fortune during lifetime. Here see many clergymen, including cardinals and popes. The guardian is Pluto. The fifth circle is anger. Worth and Solon are punished for sins while being transported on the boat. Dante and Virgil see wrath fighting each other and on the surface of the river, and Solon gurgling beneath the surface of the water. Punishment reflects the types of sins committed in the lifetime. Dante talks to Filippo Argentini, an old acquaintance for whom has no pity. The sixth circle is heresy. They see heretics who condemn to eternity here. Here he sees ancient Greek philosophers such as the Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II and Pope Antichius II. Seventh circle is violence, divided into 3 rings: the outer, the middle, and the inner. During the outer ring, they see people who are violent against their neighbors, known as tyrants and murderers, plunge into the river of boiling blood, and they are watched over by centaurs. The middle ring is the people who are violently against themselves, or known commonly as suicide. It is unnatural forest with leaves, trees. Souls are turned into trees and bushes which are fed upon harpies, and entering people who are violent against God and nature. Souls who are residing in desert of burning sand and burning rain falling from the sky. Here they see Alexander the Great, Dionysius I of Cyprus, and Guy de Montfort, and many other notable historical and mythological figures. A circle is fraud, divided into 10 stony ditches with bridges in between them. In the first ditch, you see panders and seducers. Souls are scourged by horned demons. 2, you find flatterers, and these souls are immersed in excrements. 3, guilty of simony, and they are set heads down into holes and rocks with flames burning on their feet. 4 are sorcerers and false prophets, and the heads are turned backwards so that they are forced to walk backwards. 5, you see people housed corrupt politicians, and they plunge into the boiling pitch. 6, hypocrites, and these souls, mostly monks of joyful order. They walk slowly, clothed in heavy caps. 7, thieves, souls changing into snakes. 8, fraudulent counselors and advisors, souls slide away and ditch as flames. 9, diverse individuals and souls are physically torn apart. 10, various falsifiers such as alchemists, perjurers, and counterfeits. It's like a huge hospital with people with all kinds of deformities. The ninth circle is treachery, divided into 4 rounds according to the seriousness of those. All residents are frozen in an icy lake, and those who are committed more severe sin are deeper within the lake. Each round is named after an individual who personifies it. Round 1 is named Caiana after Cain, who killed his brother Abel. Round 2 is Antenor after Anthor of Troy, who was Priam's counselor during Trojan War. Round 3 is Ptolemy after Ptolemy, who is the son of Ambubus. And round 4 is Judeca after Judas, who is apostle, who betrayed Jesus with a kiss. These rounds are made up of people who are traitors. And round 1 is a traitor against the kindred, and round 2 is a traitor against their country, and round 3 a traitor against their guest, and round 4 is a traitor against their lords. In conclusion, we learned about Dante's mistakes he made to take the wrong path in life, and about his experiences of the ninth circle of hell with Virgil. With information gathered while going through the 9 circles of hell, we can learn about each circle and hell, including punishment they suffer for the type of sins committed and people associated with each circle, along with the physical structure of hell where circles are divided into.